All right, guys. So this is my client Santiago. He was gracious enough to come on here because he's not really a camera guy, but I'm gonna just ask him a few questions so you guys hear his story. But let me first ask you, bro. I'm gonna show you my screen right here, bro. Let me share my screen with you. And I'm gonna ask you, what do you feel when you look at that before and after, bro?
Oh man, like like we call it reborn,
Yeah,
a new fresh start,
yeah. You feel like a different person?
a different person, another opportunity to approach life a different way compared to how I used to think and act before.
What do you think like the biggest difference has been, bro? Let's say between those two people that you see right here.
Another picture, I couldn't even show my face. Like to be honest, I'll be embarrassed to put myself out there, and now I have more courage to do it, even to make this video. I have more courage. Like back then, if you were to interview me, I would have been like, no, hell no,
Yeah.
I'll be insecure.
What was it that motivated you to say fuck it? Like I need to change. Like what was it, bro?
I was emotionally, I was broken. I was everything, my confidence, and I felt, yeah, I felt weak. I'm not gonna lie, I felt weak. Yeah, and I felt like nobody really cares about you when you're down there in that dark hole. I know everybody's religious, but I actually asked God
Yeah.
before actually searching for answers. Asked
Hmm.
God to give me like strength to
Hmm.
overcome this thing called depression. I thought I was gonna go back to, not back, but I was tempted to smoke.
Yeah. You wanted the easy way out.
Yeah, like part of me was asking the easy way out, but I was resisting. And that's why I went to actually ask God, like, hey, help me out. I don't want to go into that dark hole
Mhm.
of negative vices, like what a lot of people do.
Yeah. Yeah. So like let me ask you another question I have. You're like, in your honest opinion, right? For everybody watching, do you think
Okay.
you could have made this transformation like by yourself, bro?
No, like I never had ex none. Honestly, no, because I didn't know how to get ripped. Like I'll try to get ripped, but the mistakes I'll make was
Yeah,
on my nutrition. I'll just eat until I get full, but I noticed I'll be overeating.
that's right.
Yes.
That's right. So like, bro, like a lot of the stuff we did, like you really had no idea that that's what you were supposed to be doing, right?
Correct. I had no idea. So I just followed your instructions. Like I had no other way out. That's why I looked for help.
Mm. Yeah. Do,
And
do you regret making that decision? Do you regret investing in yourself, bro?
no, dude, it's like the best decision I've made so far, in my life. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. So like people see the transformation like physically, but like maybe talk about like your mental. Like, do you feel like you're a little bit different like up here too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I started actually validating myself, loving myself first. Because back then I wouldn't when you look yourself in the mirror, there's something that tells you like, hey, something's not right about you, man.
Yeah.
Like consciously, and we were ignoring it for years.
Yeah, bro.
But until something negative makes you change, you either
Yeah.
change for the better or change for the worse.
Like, dude, like when we look at ourselves in the mirror and we know we're being lazy and we're not doing shit with our life, it's like, bro, we know we have like 80% of human that we haven't even tapped into yet, you know? So it's like that conscience that we put off for years, bro. And then people will try to silence it by smoking weed and drinking and chasing sex. At the end of the day, bro, that voice is still in your head, bro. You got to lose these 20 fucking pounds. Bro, you're poisoning yourself with all these bullshit foods, bro. You're living like at 10% of your potential. That's like the voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and you got to the point when you was like in rock bottom and you were like, bro, like I really need to start working on myself and getting myself right and listening to that voice.
Yeah.
So another part of the program, bro, like the community with the rest of the guys, like we have like weekly group calls and I know you're always there. So like, do you feel like that has helped you, bro?
Yes, tremendously, man. Like the mindset I used to have a scarcity mindset, and with your teachings, I started changing my perspective of life and actually applying through action. And now I feel more liberating, more at peace.
Fuck yeah, bro. Like sometimes, bro, we feel like we're alone in the journey. Like, let's say, for example, like we're working on our mindset, we're working on our bodies, but
Mhm.
like having that community there for you, I feel like really helped you, bro. You know?
Yes, yes. It's like you only source for like socialization, during your journey.
Right. That's
Yeah,
like you fill up the gas tank when you get with the rest of the guys and we're all on the same path, you know?
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Good
And now,
thing.
and now, and now these guys are looking up to you, bro.
No, don't worry. I'm not making a U-turn or letting go of the gas pedal. That life I had before, man, I don't like it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
So like check this out, bro. So a lot of people, like 2024, New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm gonna get in shape this summer. Oh, I'm gonna lose these 20 pounds. I'm gonna lose these 30 pounds. Bro, you actually just did it, bro.
well, the secret is starting now. There's no perfect time.
Right.
You could cope however you want, but until you actually fix what your conscience tells you, is when change happens.
What would you say was the biggest surprise with this whole process? Let's say with everything, with me, with the program, with you, with what happened, with the change, like what would you say was like the biggest like surprise, like wow moment?
Well, the biggest surprise is you have a lot of potential that you don't cover,
Wow.
and like you said, like negative vices, they numb you all these years from actually accomplishing what you want, and listen to that other voice, like that positive, the other voice that I had. I
Mhm.
never I never been in contact with it as much as right now. I always had the negative voice in me. Like I always communicated with it.
Yeah,
And that positive voice,
that's the voice of God, bro.
yeah, the voice of God. There you go, the subconscious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy because like it's like two voices, right? Like essentially the voice of God and the voice of the devil or your conscience and like let's say your lower self. And people give in. They give in to that bad voice for years, 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 years to the point where they silence that conscience. They can't even listen to it, bro. You know? But
exactly.
that's why, like, throughout the whole program, like, even in the weekly group calls, bro, like, I'm always trying to talk about the mental side because that's everything. I'm sure you know that by now. I mean, you're a fucking veteran now, certified huncho. So, like,
Yeah.
dude, the battle's here. When you wake up early, because what time do you wake up, bro? Tell them what time you wake up.
I wake up at 2 in the morning, but
2 in the morning, guys. Listen to that shit. And he goes straight to the gym, bro.
yeah, the first thing in the morning, get it over with,
Right.
and yeah, and the rest of the day is yours. You could say if you put in the work, the fruits of your labor they're gonna feel great at the
Hell
end.
yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that I appreciate that, bro. Because sometimes I'll get guys like, "Oh, is this like a scam or I'm like, bro, like, dude, these are real fucking people. Like, if these guys are doing it, why can't you? You know what I'm saying?
I thought about it too. What is a scam? But then I saw one of your videos that life is not just about chasing pussy. It's about yourself. Like self-improvement.
And it's funny you say that, bro, because real talk, like the guys that chase pussy, that's the real scam. Because a lot of times they're chasing pussy, wasting money, and they don't get anything in return. She's not gonna be in your life a year from now, and you're wasting thousands of dollars on these women. That's the real fucking scam. So all the corny motherfuckers asking, like, "Oh, is this real? Is this a scam, motherfucker?" You're living a scam. You're chasing ass, wasting money on them, and that's not gonna do nothing for you. But then they want to like be asking me in the DMs or like emailing me like Huncho, like, is this a scam? Is this real? Like, motherfucker, fuck you.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. And on that last point, we'll stop it here, man. But For the good people watching, thanks for watching. This was Santiago, and we just inducted him into the Certified Huncho Hall of Fame. So thank you everybody for watching. Southpaw Huncho. Peace.